Hello, good evening and welcome. It's April 17th, 2025. This is our Illuminate series. This is our sixth one, and it's called Blockbuster. So we'll get into what that's all about. But beforehand, first of all, thank you for showing up. Those of you who did in person, you're very courageous. Um, because this is gonna be a deep sweep. That's what I hear. Perfect. That's what we want, right? Um, okay, so we now command that this Zoom platform, and all the Wi-Fi and internet connections be clean and cleared in the highest and best ways in all directions of time and all timelines where we exist with ease and grace. Now, thank you. We now command that the space where we are and all the space in between us, whether live or on each replay, be filled with golden light to purify and harmonize our connections. Just keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, letting go of the day, getting grounded. It is now commanded that this healing session be invisible to all negativity of any kind, negative energies, entities, and all unbeneficial energy or thought forms that would wish to hold us back or interfere. We now claim the divine right, permission, and freedom that we all be sovereign and whole in our bodies, in our minds, in our spirits, free of domination, suppression, interference, and control energies in this gathering live and on the recording now. We now command that the universal shield be downloaded and activated in around each person, and that all the electronics being used for this session be have the universal shield around it as well. So we proceed with ease and grace. Thank you. Okay. So hello and welcome to all you light workers, light warriors, earth angels, bringers of the new dawn. Welcome all you magical humans, whoever you are and wherever you came from. You are here now as a divine human being, celebrated, showered with love and support. Feel that coming in from the unseen realms, for being the ones that have answered the call to come to Earth right now, the ones shining from within on the path of love, the ones asking and answering the burning external and internal questions. How can I be all that I came to be? How can I be a better way shower, a model, a presence of the alternative? How may I unfold without retreating? Haha, that's a good one. We are the ones that are illuminating our wisdom and our mastery and purifying our hearts, so that we can truly want and desire to be here, not only to be here, but to be of service to all in our own unique ways. Okay, so we now call in with gratitude and welcome and become in harmony with the violet flame of transmutation. You guys all know what that looks like. This one's the tornado one. I like this one. A vortex. Okay. And the benevolent beings of light from our great and grand central suns, as always, we illuminate the solar light force in our heart chakras for the trifold flame, inviting the Elohim in to all of our energy centers, igniting this trifold flame, our heart flame, pink, blue, gold. Pink is the female, male is the male, gold is the sun. We unite with our heavenly light codes. Just consciously do this. These are assisting us from our higher self soul expression, the higher self soul expression. Our higher selves, soul expression that vibrate at finer frequencies and always guide us. If we choose to listen, we'll be conscious of it, but it is always trying to guide us. When we have blocks, we don't hear it that well. Okay, so we now ignite the inner light of our mighty I am presence. This is the I am presence, the shaft of light from our higher selves through our body down our divine line, our spine. through our monads, our rainbow divine light body, Mother, Father, God, the Holy Trinity, the Christed solar force of energy. That's this. This is coming from the sun to emit a glow from within our centers to transcend the obsolete patterns of separation and duality in ourselves, so we may model this to our loved ones, to the humans we surround ourselves with, and to all the sentient beings that are watching us. We now invoke the golden and violet rainbow dragons and our magical mystical unicorn guides. There we go. You can feel them in your head. And of course, our guardian angels, the Great White Brotherhood, the great archangels, the ascended masters, which includes Buddha, Mary, Isis, the Melchizedek beings, thank you, who are all supporting us in creating this new solar earth together. Welcome to the beings of pure light from the realms of the illuminated truths, assisting humanity at this time for all of us to take our next steps in our healing and growth and evolution. May they please be here now, helping us with ease and grace. So we change right to the core of our DNA. This is what happens when we unblock the blocks. We change right to the core of our DNA to activate our ancient wisdom and ignite the internal heart flames of each individual. We're activating right down to our DNA because this ignites our ancient wisdom and ignites our internal heart flames of each individual and etherizes our energies to rise up and out of the confines of the lower scales of reality. So we thank Source in advance for being here as we have called them to be here. So let's see each of us as a ball of light gathered in a circle. So just do that now. Everybody just get right up to speed. Right. Okay. Letting go of the day. Dropping a golden anchor from your tailbone to the center of the earth. And feeling with your breath the dropping of that golden anchor from your tailbone right to the center of the earth. Opening up your crown to the solar light, the sun. Activating your pillar of light, your I am presence, with the violet flame around it. That's what this is around us here. Okay, good. Whew. And each of us is a ball of light gathered in a circle. Our I am presences, that pillar is in the center of the circle. And the outside of the circle is plasma. It's the 0 point plasma field of oneness. There we go. And that's where all these beings that we just called in are vibrating at and surrounding us. So it is a safe space. Uh, As humans know, they have to feel safe. We have to feel safe in order to be able to release. Okay, so I command you, God, to place each person live or listening to the recording in a sphere of unconditional love from the ultimate dimension, each with our sacred points lit up, inviting our etheric divine blueprint to be activated to its highest potential. Okay. As I go along, if someone drops off and tries to get back in, will someone either text me or let me know so I can try to get to the screen where I have to push the button to let them in? Thank you so much. Okay, so my name is Annie Nelson. I am a healing facilitator, and clairvoyant. For over 30 years, I'm your host, along with the starseed aspect of myself, which is my angelic name, Anastar, who connects and channels through an aspect of me. There we go. So we all eventually want to be connected to our I am presence. That's our best information. And we usually go through angels or guides or devas or gurus or anything until we really develop a strong relationship with our I am presence, which is the source of light running through us. And then there's really no need to take a sidetrack through somebody else because essentially they're all working for God anyway. But uh, sometimes it is easier um, on the brain. Yeah. To make friends with these beings because some of these beings walk the earth. So there's books written about them, etc. Um, the best way to get to know the angelic realm is to talk to your guardian angel, to keep saying hello to your guardian angel and feel what that feels like. That will help you bridge a relationship to more of the angelic world because that is your angelic version of yourself as well. So we gather in safe and sacred space to develop our senses, our gifts, and our inner presence. I call it inner presence instead of meditation because it's a conscious, active state of beingness with your eyes closed, in stillness, going inside, looking, observing, listening. And this is a very, very, very powerful place to be and to gather information and learn about ourselves. And it greatly enhances our own practices by being in the presence of others who are doing it too. And this is why we do this. And so today, as always, I invite you to move out of the to-do mode. And be willing to just relax and receive and let it happen. It is going to be done for you. The hard part was getting here. Now just sit, relax, breathe. If you fall asleep, listen to the recording. Tonight's topic is block busting. So I've been sitting with spirit all day today on this, and it turns out there is um, an underlying clearing that needs to happen to ensure that blocks actually do get dissolved and stop influencing our life and our mind and our decisions, etc. And they are called locks, Locks. So they had me write down 4 different kinds of locks, and these locks are very deep. These locks are either uh, they usually are influenced all the way down to the core of our DNA, and they can be something that we inherited, something that we picked up in the womb, something that we picked up from our environment, or something that we experienced during traumatic life events. And it becomes a lock where we stay in third dimensional reality. And these locks are a type of block, but it's deeper. That's what they're showing me. So we're going to take care of those before we actually do the blocks. The blocks will go in the inner presencing. The locks we're going to do consciously together with our eyes open. So it's a courageous crew that showed up to do this because um, it has been really deep for me um, today because I found a lot of dark entities that were hired, you know, ultimately by me, but it doesn't initially feel like that, to keep these locks in place to slow down evolution. Um, for whatever reason, I could go over litany of reasons of why we would want to slow down our evolution, but that is not appropriate anymore to have slow evolution. It's actually not even possible at this point. We are getting hammered, especially this week, if anyone's really feeling it, by immense solar flares. And these solar flares are happening to get the fire ignited under us and unlock these locks and blocks. And we can't go backwards anymore. Yeah. It's we've got to get up and go and grow. We can't pretend it's not happening anymore. So, um, what inspired to me to be a healer was that I was so affected by darkness, by shadow. And so as I dove into these locks, I opened up a bit of a Pandora's box, um, and that's what helps you get to the core, to the root um, of disharmony, so that we are able to hear and feel again the divine impulse through our being and start to dance with our wellness vibrations, right? Um, and really hear and feel the notes that we came to play at. So, um, someone asked, what are signs of a block? Not being able to create something you want to create, trying and not succeeding, finding lack or limitation either in a thought or an emotion that keeps you stuck in a story, um, not ultimately having loving, open, mutually respectful and co-creative relationships, whether with yourself, your family, your community, with God. Um, Hiding, staying small. There's going to be a block, for sure. Um, a block is anything that keeps you in the divine flow of life and light, completely trusting the process where there's no more fear. So, we all have blocks. Okay, so we're also going to invite in the homeopathic remedy, lycopodium. So we invite in this frequency and vibration to join us now and be activated on our healing chamber live now and on the recordings. And this helps us with courage and confidence to overcome fear and fear of expression and fear of our shadows, fear of being alone, fear. And lycopodium supports us in overcoming imbalances. Imbalances in our nervous system and our digestive system, and imbalances in our skin health and our kidneys and our liver. And it chills out our ego for the need to control. I mean, I read this and I was like, hello, Lycopodium, we need you. Okay, it also helps dissolve insecurities about knowingness. I know, I don't know. It helps chill out the mind and its insecurities about intelligence and helps us shift to just wisdom instead of just the endless search of reading something that's going to spark our inner freedom and connection to spirit. On a side note, no class and no book and no session and no healing is going to give you the feeling of going inside and connecting to the source of your being. Nothing replaces that. Nothing creates that for you but you going inside and doing that. And this is why doing this together in a group setting, the inner presencing is priceless. And so feel this like a podium and see where you might notice it happening in your body. I feel it coming into this area of me. Um, See where you feel it. And let's just celebrate its arrival at our invitation. And we are also going to, whoo, okay. And if you want to, play the game with me, put it in the chat where you feel it. Um, we're also going to invite in the sacred geometric shape of Sri Yantra. Sri Yantra. Okay, that's this here. This is a feminine shape. And I'm going to read to you all about it. So, um, it's a Sanskrit word meaning holy, and it's an instrument for releasing bondage, right? That's what we're talking about. Bondage, blocks, things we're tied to that aren't moving, that are holding us back, that are keeping us small. Um, so The At the heart of the Sri Yantra is a point of creation right here. And this symbolizes the unity of the masculine and feminine energies. It's called the Bindu. And there are five downward facing triangles representing Shakti. That's the divine feminine principle. And there are four upward facing triangles representing Shiva, the divine masculine. And so surrounding the triangles is a circle of lotus petals, a symbol of purity and spiritual awakening, which represents the unfolding of the human soul. The interlocking triangles are the union of the masculine and feminine energies, while the bindu is the point of creation where all dualities come into one. Sri Yantra reflects the concept of non-duality and the interconnectedness of all existence, representing our human body and the soul's journey of spiritual awakening in the human body. There are five things that the Sri Yantra helps us spiritually manifest in a material world. Manifesting and attracting prosperity and abundance, enhances mental clarity and focus, aligns our energy centers, promotes inner peace and harmony, and supports spiritual growth and enlightenment. So just let this shape come right into your field and see where you feel it. Welcome it, invite it, let it come in and dance with you. There you go. Good. If anyone wants to put that in the chat where they're feeling it, that's great feedback for me. Just let it come right in. There. It's very strong and it very much wants to be with us. So we celebrate that. Um, okay. And so, okay. Oh, interesting. Great. Heart. I was feeling it in my head. Awesome. Okay, so, whoo, I love that thing. I love that thing so much. I've had it for years and I didn't know what it was. I just thought it was pretty. And I was meditating a few weeks ago and straight up, this thing jumped into my face. And I was like, holy Toledo, I think I have that in my house somewhere. And I had to look it up. And then I was like, oh my God, that's my best friend. I love that. Okay, so we got a lot working for us today. Um, and these are really potent times of awakening. So we can't pretend that a deep healing is not taking place within ourselves and in the world. And this week, okay, yeah, we're all feeling it in different places. Good. We just had a full moon in April that we entered into Libra. And this is really interesting because it's coming. Passover just happened and then Easter is in a couple of days. And so this alignment is helping us craft healthy relationships and healing of the wounds of chaos. Okay, that speaks for itself, right? So Libra teaches us about cooperation, collaboration, and co-creating. So just breathe. You can feel how full the space is getting and how much love and support is here for us. Mm. So, Helen Keller has a quote that resonates with this theme of what Libra is teaching us about the cooperation, the collaboration, and the co-creating. The quote is, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. So, um, yay. And so together we gather to be in sacred space, to shift, to heal, to change, to grow, to step out of the quagmire of locks and blocks, as to let out our evolution be with ease and grace, And as dark as my day has been preparing for this, um, I got a lot of aha moments because getting to the root of shadows that have been running amok for eons, there's good news and bad news, you know. The bad news is that shadow's uncomfortable if you go into fear. The good news is there's never been so much love and light being bombarded on the planet right now as it's coming up. Um, our fear is coming up faster and releasing faster and easier than ever, as long as you stay out of the drama and the story that the shadow's going to hurt you, right? So you stay in joy and gratitude and lightheartedness and a deep desire to walk through the fire. And that's why we take so long to build up the session before we jump in, right? Okay. So everyone has blocks? Yep, yep. And they're result of a myriad of points of origin and creation. Blocks to what? Happiness, joy, health, fitness, taking care of yourself, clarity, purpose, abundance, mutual loving relationships, blocks to self-worth, blocks to value, finding value. Yeah, value in the world, value in others, value in yourself. Blocks to clear communication, blocks to having a healthy connection to source, blocks to having a peaceful mind, being of service with healthy boundaries in a meaningful, nurturing way that does not involve you giving your energy and gifts away, leaving you tired and drained and frustrated with feelings of failure and inadequacy. Okay, so if anyone wants to put in the chat what you may be aware of, what your block is, please do. That's taking responsibility. It's saying, I see it, there it is, I put it down. Anybody can be a witness to it, and it brings it even more to the surface to be vacuumed out. Okay, so make sure you have a glass of water. So I'm going to put it on pause for just a minute, just in case. Okay, so just as the lotus flower grows up and out of the murky, muddy waters, so shall we. And this is the surrendering process to the evolution that we are experiencing on this earth right now as humans that we came for. And we are not meant to do it alone. And that is why we call in so much divine help and guidance. And it's what chills out our ego and lets our lotus flower open. And so that is how we radiate our gifts out into the world more and more and more as our ego quiets and grows up. That allows the lotus to blossom. And that's where the mist comes out of the lotus to illuminate our gifts to the world and illuminate our ego so it grows up and out of the confines of the murky, muddy water. Okay, and so let's go over the locks, the 4 locks, before we go inside for the inner presencing and do receive a healing for the blocks. So this was news to me. Anyway, I thought it was fascinating and it makes a lot of sense. So in the first chakra, we can have a lock that is all the way down to our DNA and passed through to us from our ancestors, from generational lineages. It can affect our physical body. It's why many of us have physical ailments and patterns of war. Autoimmunity is war inside your body, right? And it's why violence and rage are expressed so much in the world right now because this needs a huge healing, right? And so this is a generational lineage thing that is in our first chakra, in our physical reality, and it's been expressed through fight or flight, and that's what causes war, you know? Someone's going to fight to take the land, and someone has to retreat. So it's also not wanting to really be here. And that's a problem for a lot of people. It was a problem for me until about 5 years ago. Yeah. It's where family issues stem from, and feeling insecure and unsafe, right? And fear of change. And boy, that's getting lit up for people right now. So, um, all your microphones should be off. What I want you to repeat after me, please, with your voice. Um, I am here. I am grounded. I am balanced. And breathe. And we're asking the full source of creation, Mother, Father, God, the divine, the Christed solar force, the energy, and the Elohim, and all the rays of the sun with the Elohim to enter into our chakra system, especially the first chakra and the physical form, and unlock these locks that keep us stuck and not evolving. And just feel, notice, allow this to take place for you. By saying that affirmation, you're inviting the light in to come and undo the lock. There we go. You might feel it down in your tailbone. You might feel it, yeah, way down low there. Okay. Just be grateful and notice what you notice. It's interesting. I feel it down in my low tailbone, but it's making my face. Oh, 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 wow. Okay. And breathe. Just allow it to happen. No need for struggle. We're in safe space, and the vacuum of this violet flame tornado, boom, it's just spinning it like a lettuce spinner right up and out of our field. And you might even see it go to the core of the earth. That's fine. Up to the sun, up to down to the core of the earth. God knows where it needs to go. You just allow the movement to happen. Great. Okay, let's move on to the second chakra. This is a lock that comes from the womb, gestational period that we had in the womb. It can be karma. It definitely can be shame, creative insecurity, uncertainty, hurts that you just can't let go of, and a pattern of condemning others. Whew! Just let that light right up. We want it to light up. So the light starts to break it up and our waters start to flow. There we go. Unfreeze, thaw out. And so the affirmation to undo this lock now. I am creative. I am emotionally stable. And breathe. And notice where you feel that. You might feel it in another chakra. The second and the throat chakra are very tied together. Breathe. Allow that to unwind. Allow that lock to be undone all the way to the core of your being, right to your DNA. Allow, invite, accept. It is being done for you. And breathe. Third chakra, the third lock. We get this from our environment. The environment that's influenced us, especially through the ego. It can make us nervous, resistant, overwhelmed, courting others, having cords to others for power. Either we're trying to get power or give them our power. Issues of control, fixing others, to the extent of personal detriment. Uah. Okay, so let that just light up. Third lock, third chakra. Whew. Oh, okay. Stay humored, stay curious, just let it happen. Now we're going to undo this lock, saying, I am sovereign, I am confident, I have self-esteem, and I see myself through the eyes of Source. There we go. Let that lock undo. Okay. Willing for that lock to be undone. Okay, and we will proceed to the fourth chakra. This lock activates with life events, heartache, heartbreak, grief, and it manifests as distrust, distrusting the process of life, distrust in general, doubt, ugh, and fear of rejection. Okay, wow. Oh, it's a big one. Let that bubble up. Feel that? We're going to undo this lock all the way to the cells of our being. Let your breath, breathing in the essence of life, the mist, the water in the air, breathing it into the body, letting it thaw out all the frozen places, the places that aren't moving, the places that have become stagnant, quagmired, frozen, clumped together. Okay, we're going to affirm, I am love. I am compassionate towards myself and others. And I feel joy. And just let that elixir come in and dissolve that block in this whole area. Just allow it to happen. And then notice what you notice. Okay. Now that we've done the 4 locks, we're going to go inside with the music. Rest. Lie down if you'd like. Close your eyes. We're going to go inside and have a look-see what's happening in our beingness. It's called the inner presencing portion. And now we will ask the violet flame that we see here on the camera, the Sri Yantra, sacred geometric shape, the homeopathic remedy, lycopodium, and all these divine angels and beings in presence of source light and the rays of the sun to come in and support us along with our I am presence, our body, Deva's higher self, our archangels, our master guides, our guardian angels. Just feel all the comfort and protection as we're in this sacred space and this is being done for you. Now, we willingly let the light in to help us undo the blocks. You might be aware of what your blocks are. You might become aware of what your block is. When you go inside, you might see something dark or not moving. This is what we're inviting the light to connect with. Everyone has blocks. Blocks to happiness, blocks to joy, blocks to health, blocks to money, fitness, blocks about taking care of yourself, blocks to purpose, blocks to clarity, blocks to clear communication, healthy connection to God, blocks to a peaceful mind, blocks to being of service with healthy boundaries in meaningful, nurturing ways that does not involve you giving your energy and your gifts away, leaving you feel drained, tired, and frustrated. And of course, whatever comes up for you. Creating something. So we'll address physical body, emotional body, mental body, spiritual body. So allowing any blocks in our physical form to be addressed. Let's let that percolate up. Any blocks in the physical body. Allowing the light to join any dot that's lit up in the physical form that needs more love, more flow. And with your cameras off and your microphones off, please say, I am willing to be here. I am willing to feel safe and whole. I am willing to trust the process of life. And just notice what you notice. And then we're going to address the emotional body. So just let any block to your emotional body light up for you inside your beingness. You can feel it percolate. Emotions that have become detrimental or too overbearing or stagnant or unexpressed, too emotional, not emotional enough. This is a sign that our lower chakras are ruling when our emotional body is blocked. Our ego is really struggling to keep us small for fear of the unknown, because the ego does not exist in the mind of God. It was born out of separation, and we were born out of wholeness, oneness. So we're training the ego to grow up and learn how to evolve into a superego. So we're walking it through its fears and its darkness. So to remove the blocks in the emotional body, we say, please repeat after me, I am willing to be inspired to co-create my reality with Source. And breathe. We're going to go to the mental body. Where does your mental body have blocks? Where does your mental body block you? With strong thoughts that limit your connection to love, to the world, to oneness, to wholeness, to your personal power. Where does your ego try to push to make things happen? Where does your mental body have you compare yourself to others and what they're doing? We dissolve and bust these blocks with this affirmation. Please repeat after me. I am willing to be led by source light on my own path. And just notice what you notice. Let those words ring throughout your being and flow through the waters inside of you. And now we're going to do the spiritual body. This is a place where we cultivate love and our spiritual center. And we find peace in our heart and clear communication. And in this spiritual connection, our immune system and endocrine systems heal. So where are you blocked in your spiritual body from being completely connected to Source every moment of every day and every night, all your waking hours, all your sleeping hours, all your interactions, all your choices, all your words, all your actions, all your deeds, all your choices. Just allow those blocks to light up your spiritual body as we now dissolve them with this mantra. Please repeat after me. I am willing to be peaceful. And just let that echo through your being and resonate through the waters in your body. And take the glass of water and hold it in your hands and let the blessings and gifts from these declarations, from these mantras, from these I am statements, for both our locks and our blocks, be realized and vibrated through all layers of our being. Let it fill your heart, having light streaming down through the sun, golden light, and beautiful pink light up through the heart of earth, both vortexing around us as we ignite our own sacred geometric shape, our Merkabahs, our toroidal field. There we go. Just feel that flow as it starts to spin out all that is not helpful, so we can really feel the essence of who we are. And let that feeling fill your heart, come down through your hands and into the glass of water you hold in your hands. Just feel it, watch it, know it, sense it, believe it is being infused, and then drink the water. Knowing it is lubricating and flowing within you, all the healing in you and around you. Lubricating, connecting all parts to all parts so all parts can hear and be heard. Just notice what you notice. I'm going to start to turn down the music. And welcome everybody back. And return to your breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, letting this integrate into the degrees that are helpful and beneficial for you. Our next group healing is in a month on Thursday, May 15th, 4 weeks from now. Illuminate number 7. We want to thank all the beings of love and light that were so generous to be here with us today and create this safe space and environment for us to gather together and grow and heal, ask for what we need, and accept the healing with ease and grace. This might be one to lean on again if you want more support with the understanding, if you need to understand more the locks and the blocks. Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you. I'm just listening. And I'll turn off the recording and we can stay and share if we feel like it. And if you got to go, go. But thank you for your presence and your love and your light and your willingness to heal. It's the sensitive, healed people that are going to be the forefront of the wakeners on this planet. And we have to be able to lighten our loads enough so that we're strong. Yeah. And so that's going to be with healthy boundaries. Yeah. And clearer connection to source so that the source is doing the work for us, through us, to benefit all. And so by undoing these locks and blocks, this is the clarity and the understanding and the support that we need to flow adequately, properly. And in this flow, we're going to grow exponentially. So, love to all. It is my honor to be here and be with you and part of this process together. And I will see you in a month.